Yesterday, talks between Russia and Ukraine appeared to kind of stall out a little bit. However, they are going to continue the talks throughout the week, but it's being reported right now that Vladimir Putin is refusing to budge on absolutely anything. His demands are the same today as they were before Russia launched the attack on Ukraine. They still have troops in the country. Some reports say that they're targeting civilian areas. However, Russia claims we're not going to target any civilian areas anymore. But, the footage is really what speaks for itself. He said, she said, they said, we said. All of that right now, as everybody on social media points out, is the fog of war. There's a lot of misinformation out there right now. There's a lot of people saying one thing, getting contradicted later. It's difficult really to make any kind of accurate predictions and analysis on what's happening. Again, big foreign conflict over there, and everybody's kind of giving us a lot of half-truths. But here is what we do know about what happened with these talks. And of course, this is coming from French President Emmanuel Macron, who said in his call with Vladimir Putin that Putin is remaining steadfast on his demands, which includes the demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine, the recognition of Russian sovereignty in Crimea, and neutrality from Ukraine. Now, that's kind of vague, right? Well, first and foremost, up until 2014, Crimea was, of course, recognized as a territory of Ukraine. Russia came in, invaded in 2014. They did have a lot of, Russian presence already in the country. A lot of the people there were Russian prior to the invasion. So Russia comes in, says, nope, you know what? This country is ours now. Or this part of Ukraine is now ours. Kind of like what they're doing today, by the way. Slowly, piece by piece, over the years, Russia's been saying, hey, we got a lot of folks over here, so we're just going to go ahead and say this is a part of Russia now. You can't do that. That's not how it works, right? You don't have the Italians coming over to Little Italy up in New York City saying, well, there's a lot of Italians here. This is our country now. Sorry, we're annexing this part of your city. No, you can't do that. There are sovereign borders for a reason. And of course, Russia wants to make it official that Crimea is, of course, a sovereign Russian territory. That is part of their demands. Now, as for the denazification of Ukraine, sure. There's lots of reports that there's, these big Nazi groups in Ukraine. Everybody's been talking about that. The people defending Russia say, no, Russia went into Ukraine to fight Nazis. It's a country that's controlled by Jewish people. They aren't Nazis. The country is not a Nazi country. Do they have people that identify as such and sympathize with such? Sure, just like we do here in the United States. So would you be okay with Russia coming over here like in Florida, where we just had those little Nazi rallies down in Orlando? You'd be okay with Russia coming over here and saying, we're denazifying America, and we're also going to annex Disney World as a part of it? No. Nobody wants Nazis anywhere. That's a given. Let's not pretend that any of them are good, honest human beings. We all want them gone. That doesn't give another country the right to invade another country and start killing people because they don't like them. It's an excuse, and it's a BS excuse on Russia's behalf. So that's where we are today. And I do not believe that Ukraine is going to give in to any of these demands from Russia. And if Putin is steadfast and does not budge on any of these, then this conflict could not only drag on for a long time, but obviously escalate as well. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.